So welcome back to the course on Articulate Storyline 360. Since we have already spoken about using Zoom regions to build on product awareness, a very important thing to now learn is hotspots. Now this is the perfect follow-up to product awareness for testing audience understanding of the subject. So somebody may have slept through your class and you may do a hotspot quiz to know whether the user has absorbed like what you have taught him or her. So let's kind of understand. So you can do a easy zoom region to first kind of build upon product awareness. So zooming in the compression blades, the turbine blades, the combustion chamber or something like that. And then like now you can go ahead and test how much the user has understood the different portions, I mean the different product parts and all that using hotspots. So what exactly are hotspots? Now you can think of hotspots being objects. However, these objects are special in sense that they are invisible objects. So they can't be seen by the user. So the green thing which you see here is basically a hotspot which has been inserted over the combustion chamber. So this won't appear here. So the user will only see this image and he would be asked or she would be asked to identify say a certain part of this product, and you would be asking them to identify the part, and rest based on the user response you will be then fetching different slide layers. So it may be a correct layer or a wrong layer. So this type of stuff is possible using hotspots because you get the absolute freedom to use the independent invisible object in whatever manner it's possible. So how you would be attaching a trigger to a button, a trigger to a shape, you can attach trigger to a hotspot as well. And the best part is it's invisible to the user. So it gives you a lot of scope because you can play around with hotspots and I mean if we do this practically you will understand how easy it is. So well, identifying the combustion chamber. So what I can do is say for example this is the same thing that I want to do. I want to build upon a user engagement, so I will create certain slide layers. So if the user clicks anywhere outside the combustion chamber, I want to direct them to the wrong layer, and anywhere on the right thing I want to direct them to the right layer. Well, I really don't want this video to play in either of the layers, so I can just select those objects and delete it, and right, okay. So now how do I insert a hotspot to get that user interaction which I've been talking about? So I click on insert, I click on hotspot. Now this being invisible won't be visible to the user. I will be putting it around the combustion chamber so that when the user clicks on this anywhere near this, so he will be shown the right layer. So it will be like he has absorbed the concept. Or if he clicks on say turbine blades or shaft for that matter, then obviously he hasn't understood like the product parts. So now the hotspot has been created, but the hotspot is it's like an independent object. So this is the correct hotspot. So this is the correct answer. So this, what we can do is we can with the hotspot being selected, we can now attach a trigger, and the trigger would be showing the right layer if the user clicks the correct answer thing, like this part. And what we can also do is we can show a wrong layer. So we can again create a new trigger which shows the wrong layer when the user clicks anywhere but not the correct answer. So this is important. So how do we ensure that? So here the condition is user clicks. So user clicks outside the right answer, the correct answer. Okay. So we click OK, and this was anyways redundant. We'll just delete this trigger. So we have now two triggers, one prompting the right answer layer if the user selects the part correctly, and one showing the wrong answer if the user clicks anywhere outside the right answer. So we'll just press Ctrl S to save the project first, and then preview this specific slide and not the whole slide sequence, whole scene sequence, sorry. So there you go. Now the user is clicking say on the shaft, it's wrong. And now the user say clicks again somewhere outside, try again. Say the user clicks on the right part, and wonderful. And next would take them to the next slide, obviously using a trigger. So we'll close preview. So this is how like you can use hotspots. Like I said, this was always invisible. So like when I reviewed the slide, this is what the user gets to see. The user doesn't get to see, like, it doesn't get to see the hotspot. But we are making use of the hotspot like an independent object, and we are able to attach triggers and then subsequently link it to the right or wrong layers. So just imagine how much scope it gives you. And not just for building product awareness, it can be used for multiple sequences. Here, like, just asking the user to identify, like, the left leg something. So like I put in a hotspot, then again directing it to the right wrong things because it's a hotspot. So when I preview this, the user is not able to see the thing. So user, it's a free, fair, frank assessment. So user may click somewhere outside and it's wrong. The user may click on, like, the right leg instead of the left. So it's again directed him back to try again. When does the correct thing? Great. So all this is possible for the user. The user is never able to see the hotspot. And not just this, you can attach hotspots, and like here again, like this, when the user is looking at the slide, they won't be able to see what this guy here is, her husband, his, her husband, his wife, their daughters and son. So we have attached hotspots which we can, like, use and bring up pop-up boxes showing up different layers which tell about the person, tending to, play quiz with the friends. So if you want to see how this looks like, so we have created certain layers, 4 layers for each of the persons, and the hotspots being there, being invisible. So when I click, it tells me, when I click, it tells me, when I click, it tells me, about the other character as well. So it can be again used for variety of other things, drag drop sequences. We will build on those in the upcoming sessions, but I really love its application for building upon product awareness. It's really very engaging in nature, and you can test how much the user has like understood from like your earlier sessions. So this can be a great way of building highly interactive e-modules. So do give it some time and grasp like these two features, like the zoom region and also the hotspots. They are great. We will be obviously now building upon this learnings and like taking this forward to understanding markers, light boxes and other animations. But this two for me form the most critical aspect of like articulate storyline. Thank you.